Hey guys, we're back. We don't really know what's happening here, but we're gonna present the fucking crime photo. We're just gonna figure it out. Hopefully this works. Maybe that's why it gives such small slivers, because the game knew that this was gonna be a part that was like tons of trial and error.
Maybe.
Let's find out how this... I feel like I'm just bracing myself for anger. Yeah, oh, not the crime photo. Lotta's photo,
Woo!
right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Phew.
Take that!
Take it.
This is a photograph. Yes, but what's important is what is in that photograph, Your Honor. In this photograph? It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is...
It's okay.
Wait a minute. Are they about to say that she... Did some witness see her go into the room but didn't see her leave?
I'm guessing she went in as herself and came out like that.
But what at this point in the game would point to that theory?
I didn't...
Was there an earlier statement that said that...
Did Oldbag see... No, Oldbag saw him come out, or
but
him.
Didn't see her go in.
And that's like, if she went in all dressed up like that, it would have been difficult for her to murder him.
Why?
Well, he would be like, why the fuck are you doing this? It would just be weird, right?
Dude, it would have been difficult for her to murder him no matter what.
Yeah, I'm just saying it would have been weird. He would have been...
We'll probably find
what's
out.
going on.
Nope, that's it right there.
What?
Matt on guard was sleeping in his costume. Wait a second. Wait, what? That still doesn't help. Well, let's just go and... Alright.
Yeah.
What I'm proposing is... Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume. What?
Bravo.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be in doing something like that? That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. We already knew she was in the costume. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
Well, he was gonna do the press conference after. Matt on guard was. But he didn't know that there was even a press conference after and he was making a confession.
So he didn't sleep in his costume.
I think he did. Can't they have two costumes?
No, he didn't know about the press conference, but he still had another thing to get to.
Yeah.
So he didn't take off his costume. There could be two costumes.
Can't there be two? And can't she have been like conspiring something?
If there could be two costumes, that pisses me off too. Because that's not fair for us to assume there's one when there's two.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going and we'll see. After all, you couldn't let anyone else see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? But she apparently doesn't care if somebody sees her go in. I refuse to accept your theory! Do you have something to support such preposterous idea? Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct? You mean that this photo? Order here! It looks like we've wandered into another mess again, haven't we? Nice job, FedEx. What did we prove earlier with the costume? When we pointed at the fact that the legs were
that it wasn't
ruffled up.
the actual Nickel Samurai.
That it couldn't have been the actual Nickel Samurai. We never proved who was in it.
Yeah.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume. Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt on guard. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places. True, that's a little bit baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was the Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
It it was a spare costume.
But why would it be in the guitar case?
Yeah, what? That still doesn't... No.
Even if it was a
It had to
spare
have been
costume, then it was stolen from Uncle.
So
Yeah.
it was stolen.
Yeah.
I think it may have been stolen from Mr. Ungard.
Stolen? But why would someone do such a thing?
Maybe the thief wanted to interfere with the post-ceremony stage show? Oh, because Corrida was a rival. So even if he is a victim, doesn't mean he was completely innocent. It's possible he had called that press conference to disguise himself as the Nickel Samurai and go forward and, like, do something. Say something. Bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so, if he didn't have his costume, then Mr. Ungard would have been forced to go naked! Oh no.
Shit.
Is this the wrong answer? Maybe you should be stripped naked and run for making a mockery of this court!
Oh.
It was a spare fucking costume! God damn it! Excuse me? Mr. Matt Ungard did not take his costume off after the ceremony! He even testified that he took a nap while still wearing his costume.
And he keeps it in the guitar case?
Is this not correct? Yeah, I know, because what was
Like-
the question? Explain to the court how this makes sense. And my answer was spare costume or stolen costume, both of which being ridiculous to be in the guitar case. So how is one or the other fucking... You just had to remember that he was sleeping in his and trust our client that he was sleeping in it. Yeah, I did say something like that, didn't he?
That's what I thought. Let's try one more time.
Good thing it's a 50-50 shot, I guess. Mr. Ungard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costumes we were talking about was a spare one. What?
Then you are saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Now, if I was Edgeworth, I'd just say something like, how do you know that... Well, no, the sleeping costume thing. Whatever.
And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had planned to bring this spare to the ceremony.
Rah, 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 rah.
But why? The victim, Mr. Corrida, was the Jammin' Ninja. Why would he secretly bring a Nickel Samurai spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
He was going to poop himself at the ceremony as the Nickel Samurai, therefore embarrassing the Nickel Samurai forever!
And so that's what he intended.
So that's what he intended.
Ah.
What are you mumbling yourself about now? Have you just been rambling this whole time without any sense of it, a monologue? Huh? No, I was just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer. And then answer with gusto. I believe in you. Bleep.
Good plan.
All right, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai costume to the hotel was...
Boop.
Eh? Take that!
Take it.
What is this?
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference. The truth is, I'm a pants pooper. The Nickel Samurai just poop his pants? He did! He did! He confessed to it too! Stop the presses! I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right? He's a poops panter. That word just stuck out to me in the chat.
Yeah, it's a
It's
a weird one.
It's a mystery. Did he intend to put that in the wrong order, or... Huh. But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Ungard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. Mm-hmm. Smug Phoenix is the most punchable Phoenix.
Yeah. I could punch that.
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself.
Bam!
Beam! So just to think of the logic that I could go to a like, I don't know, like a thing like PAX or something, and meet, like, who's somebody we meet there often, you know, Gamester 81 or something, and then hold a conference in his name at a hotel, and he wouldn't find out about this event that's being held that he's going to show up to.
Well, he's a busy man.
Yeah, he is.
And I mean, PAX is a big event. Go to a thing that is centralized within one hotel, within one night, within a 4-hour span, and you make an announcement of a press conference to all the media, and your manager and your fucking... Well, maybe she knew about it.
She did know about it, for sure.
That's how she knew the costume would be there. Mm-hmm. And I guess you could explain that Michael Jackson is really aloof to everything, so he wouldn't know either.
I think he just...
Like, he doesn't cover any of his own stuff.
Because he was, like, calling his manager for every decision. Like, he doesn't know anything or do anything without her.
Yeah, Gamester 81's not a clueless mook like Ungard. He's not going to be at PAX.
Yeah, that's
It's going to be the first PAX we haven't seen him.
Oh, wow.
He's going to Hawaii with his beautiful wife, he says.
Sweet.
But you're in PAX?
Yeah, dude.
Must have gotten a Super Saver deal.
I'm gonna miss your hands.
The victim?
Yes! The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Corrida was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai!
He was going to dress up as a Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I'm concerned with now is what he intended to reveal at the conference. The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself.
That he killed Corrida.
Which means that Juan Corrida posing as the Nickel Samurai was going to speak about Matt Ungard! Becky, wait a second. Becky, are you formulating a theory that Corrida was going to go there and say that I'm Matt Ungard and I killed Corrida, and then run back to his room to
and
get
be
killed?
Yeah.
What a masterful plan.
This'll get him.
This'll teach that no good.
Yeah. Come on. You guys believe me. They know what it's all about.
Yes, I guess that is what it would mean.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession, it's a public disclosure! Semantics, Sedgeworth.
Dude.
Miss Andrews?
I can see why you're a pro. Is that what you do?
Pardon me?
Yes. Just as you said, the press conference was set up by Juan.
This is weird.
How do you make that smile?
What, Baby Hanks?
Oh, there!
Wait, are you trying to do Baby Hank's smile?
No, hers.
Oh, he said it as I was moving him. It's like, that's easy. He's just
Is it?
smiling.
Yep. It's good.
Okay, stop it.
Miss Andrews, please offer us another explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
You?
Juan had bet everything on the German Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
What?
Rubber, 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 rubber.
Rubble, rubble.
Pre, not pricks. Pre, not pricks. You said it wrong. You said it wrong. The pricks is my favorite thing.
And do you know what the secret of Mr. Unguard's is, Miss Andrews?
That's sorry.
Something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
Ah, I see.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone,
Yeah.
but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt after all.
Protect Matt on guard.
And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems.
Fuck off, Judge.
Miss Andrews, if you could please tell the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
All right. New testimony. All right. Probably time for a new segment too. But the entire time, I just picture the judge just kind of sitting there talking like this with his eyes like this, or like The Simpsons during season 3 and 4, where they just stare off into different directions.
Yeah.
And he's just saying,
Does make sense. Continue.
and everybody's just like appealing to the Autobot judge. All right. We'll be back after the break with more with the protecting Matt testimony.